Oh, you guys, why am I such a fragrance hoarder? Okay, two. Two from TJMAXX. Baby Rosebud, which is a true fragrance. Doesn't have the cap, of course. And I Am Me, which is by a fragrance company called I Am Fragrances. And they have a website, iamfragrances.com. So I'm going to talk about both of these real quick. I'm more interested in this one. But just quickly about this true fragrance, Baby Rosebud. I was poking around in there and I smelling them all as usual. And so was this other young lady. I could tell she was a lot like me because she was just hovering and she was leaving and coming back, leaving, coming back, and smelling different ones. And I actually picked up the red one like this that was just rose something. I don't know why my screen froze. And I sat it down and then she picked it up and took that one. Have you ever noticed when you're shopping in little places like that, that people become interested in something just because you are? Like, because they saw you like eyeing it down and then they're like, I think I want that. Anyway, I understand how it is. But anyway, that one had the cap on it. But I liked this one though. And I'm just going to mention, I've also noticed that rose is like really coming in trend again. It used to be more of a mature type floral fragrance, even though it's always classic. It's always in so many different fragrances. Heavy rose is in the past been, I think, associated with more mature, but it's like really trendy. And you know it's trendy when you go into like TJ Maxx or Marshalls and Burlington and all that, and they've got like loads of different rose fragrances, which they do right now. And I started liking, when I was younger, I didn't so much care about rose, but I started liking it like a couple years ago. I buy sort of pricey shampoos and conditioners because I have to, because my hair is fried. But every once in a while, I switch it up with ultra cheapies just to switch it up. And I got like some Suave rose shampoo. Let me tell y'all, that smells so good. Suave rose shampoo had like a metallic rose smell to it, which I really liked. Anyhow, back to this. So I really like this one, and I don't know if I want to keep it or not because I keep hoarding. And my main complaint with this is that it doesn't last. Now, I actually like their just plain little cheap true fragrance bottles. Baby Rosebud, 3.4 fluid ounces, 100 ml, eau de parfum, true fragrance. Listen, I'm very frustrated with the fact that I very often cannot find the notes for true fragrances. And apparently this one has been discontinued, which makes me want to keep it, even though they have loads of other uh, true fragrance rose fragrances. But anyway, I even messaged like True Fragrance on their Facebook website and I haven't gotten any answers because I just want to know what's in this. I wish this lasted. It is sort of it actually, when you first spray it, it's bright. It's almost like a watery, bright, there's a nice spray on it. Gosh, it's so pretty when you first spray it. I mean, if you wanted to get this and just keep on spraying it, you definitely could. At first I thought this was going to last because while I was standing there, I was trying to look it up and I saw somebody talking about this on Reddit and they had the picture of it and everything. And they said they absolutely loved it. And their coworker kind of like snagged it off of them because they really loved it. And that person who posted and somebody else said that it lasted surprisingly long, but it does not on me. But I thought it was going to because it was, I sprayed it a lot and it was nice and kind of powerful at first. But to me, it turns onto a skin scent fairly quickly. It feels strong when you spray it really well for like 30 minutes to an hour maybe. And it's gorgeous. I mean, it's like a bright rose, but at the same time, it's watery. And I don't know what's in this, but it's a weird combination of almost like a potpourri rose, which is the opposite of bright. Potpourri has that, y'all remember what potpourri is like. Um, Back in the 90s, my mom had like a flower and craft shop, so we always had all kinds of potpourri and essential oils around. And so I get a little bit of that in the background, but at the same time, this is watery bright. So I don't know what's in it that's making it bright. And then it goes through a stage a little bit where it has like a little hint of pepperiness, which I really do like. And then it kind of gets sweet and a soft, musky, soft wood. So it is pretty, but the people talking about it said I think they were out in Texas somewhere and they were having a lot of heat, so maybe it lasts longer that way. Um, I'm such a hoarder. It's like I want to keep it. It's discontinued, but at the same time, I'm so frustrated with stuff that doesn't last. It makes me think, you've got stuff cluttered everywhere with all these, which I really don't mind if I had the space, but it was $12.99, you guys. So it was only $12.99, but for $12.99, I could go to the vitamin shop where they sell essential oils and get a rose essential oil and just blend that with other stuff. And for rose, this would be nice, I guess. I mean, if I were going somewhere that mattered to me, I would wear my Inicio Atomic Rose or my Narciso Rodriguez, or there's another rose that I really, really like. But I guess just, going to the store or something. But I've got plenty of going to the store and running errands fragrances, right? But it is pretty. So moving along, I don't know. I don't know if I'll keep it or not. It is pretty. Oh, well, also too, I was going to say, maybe if you mixed it, put the oil or lotion on first, or mixed it with like something rose-based Bath and Body. Like I did just rub these on my skin, the Rose Vanilla Love from Bath and Body, and of course, You're the One from Bath and Body has got rose in it. But then I feel like what you end up enjoying, the rose that you end up enjoying really is coming off this. This actually lasts longer than this. Yeah, I just don't have any point for anything that doesn't last. Now, let me tell you why. By the way, I do love these lotions. Side note on Bath and Body, I heard some people saying that their lotions just weren't lasting as long anymore. And I did notice that because I went in there recently and they have a delicious blueberry, I think it's blueberry pancakes or something like that. It smells so good, but I felt like it wore off really fast. Some of my old Bath and Bodies last forever, and others just fade out. So I guess you have to be aware of that. Anyway, so the reason I'm more interested in this one, you guys, the night I bought this one, I was in there spraying a bunch of stuff, and I just got frustrated and just kind of went home with this one. And I did not come home with this one. I went back today to go get this. And I was worried that it wouldn't be sitting there. I've been in TJMAXX before and seen these I Am Whatever. Like they have different ones, of course. And I didn't really pay them much mind. And now I kind of regret that. It's because I've looked at the actual company, the iamfragrance.com. And okay, I had sprayed this on my sleeve before I left, on my little hoodie that's sitting right over there. You can't see. Well, I bought this a few days ago. On my hoodie, I could still smell this. And that really impressed me. This is $14.99. The reason I didn't walk out with this the first time is because it's not any kind of, it's not like it's some groundbreaking type of smell or anything, but it is pretty. It's very bright, citrusy, melon, fruity type smell, but very bright, very citrusy. And I'll read the notes, but I couldn't believe, I was like, wow, I specifically just sprayed this on one particular sleeve. And after a few days, all the other stuff that I spray, like we all do, go in there just like spraying everything. And then you can't figure out what it is that might smell good because you've sprayed everything. I specifically sprayed only this one on my right sleeve. And lo and behold, it was still on there in a few days. I was like, you know what? I'm so tired of stuff that doesn't last. I want to go back and get that for $15 because it's still on my sleeve after a few days. So this one is I Am Me. It's not in the greatest shape, but oh man, you guys, these days I need reading glasses. I'm so tore up about that because I always had better than perfect vision, but now I need reading glasses and I don't have them right now. I don't have my Dollar Tree reading glasses. I resent it. Anyway, I Am Me is this one. I really like it actually now, especially because it's so long lasting, and for another reason. This is very bright and cheery. Now, when I walked in the door, somebody else was like, it's very, very citrusy. I said, you're probably smelling that green apple. Let me tell you what the notes on this are. So, I wrote them in my little book. So, the notes in this one, the top notes for I Am Me by I Am Fragrances is green apple, juicy melon, and bergamot. The middle notes are tiara flower, white cyclamen, jasmine, and tuberose. And the base is sandalwood, amyris, and mosses. Now, I have more to say about this. I posted about this on a fragrance talk group, and other people chimed in and said they really liked this one. I posted about it because it was still lingering. And somebody said, and I didn't know this previously, that the amyris is used to really make fragrances last. And so, I mean, I wasn't aware of that. So I looked it up and it says, yeah, amyris oil smells slightly sweet, balsamic, woody, and slightly fruity. Perfumers use it for its fixative virtues, meaning that its aroma lasts for a long time on the skin and prolongs the scent of other extracts. It is also sometimes used as a more cost-effective alternative to sandalwood. So that makes sense. So that person was right. You guys, some of you may have already known that. I didn't know that. But then also when you look it up, you know, like I said, somebody else was saying how citrusy this smelled. It says amyris is a genus of flowering plants in the citrus family. How do you say this word? Rutaceae. The generic name is derived from the Greek word something, which means intensely scented and refers to the strong odor of the resin. Members of the genus are commonly known as torchwoods because of their highly flammable wood. And also on Fragrantica, it's the odor profile for amyris or amyris, Amyris, a name referring to either Amyris ellimifera or Amyris balsamifera. It has a fresh, piney, balsamic fragrance with a citrus nuance. So that makes sense. Now, what I have left to say about this is because of the apple and that melon note, I'm sure if you've seen other videos of mine, you may have noticed that I often bring up the old fragrance, New West Skin Scent for Women by Aramis. And I love that. And it's discontinued. It's got a cult following. And then, like, everybody that tries to recopy it, all the reviews of that are bad. Nobody recopies it. But something about this, if you look up the notes for New West, it's got watermelon and it's got, you know, other citrusy fruits, but it also has mint and pine, I think, in it. Something about this, which that amyris I was just reading about, can have like a pininess to it, piney, woody, citrusiness to it. That mixed with the melon in this and the bergamot, kind of a little hint reminded me of part of New West. So New West has mint in it. And on my arm, I sprayed this and then I just put peppermint essential oil on it. You know, it's just a little tiny bit reminiscent of New West, just a tiny bit. I need to get everything that's in New West, at least that what is listed, and try to make my own recreation of it. But that mint with this, oh my gosh, this is such a good effect. Just a tiny bit of the mint. Yep. It's something barely reminiscent of New West, but you don't want to overdo the peppermint where it smells like mint. But yeah, anyway, you guys, you could try that if you want to. And if you have heard of a good recreation of New West, or if you have figured out some blend, please do let me know. I really like that together. I really like the mint with this. What did I say the notes were in this? Green apple, that's nice and bright. Juicy melon, bergamot. Mid, tiara flower, white, cyclamen, jasmine, and tuberose. And then sandalwood, amyris, and mosses. Of course, New West has moss in it too. Yeah, that's really pretty. But this, other people have described this too as like a bright and strangely light and bright, but yet long lasting. As I said, it does have a citrusy effect with that green apple, and I guess the green apple and bergamot. But I went back for this. I will be keeping this, experimenting with layering. I really appreciate the longevity of this one for $15. Oh, let me tell you guys too, when you look at the imfragrance.com, like the I Am Fragrance website, they want like $72 for this on their website. What? Anyhow, I got it for $15 at TJMAXX. And baby Rosebud, I want to keep you, but I just think I might as well go get rose oil. And then when I go out anywhere special, like I said, I love to wear my Inicio Atomic Rose or Narciso Rodriguez. And what is that other rose? There's another rose one that I really like. So if y'all are eyeballing these, that's what I have to say about them. And then maybe keep an eye out for any other of the I Am fragrances that you might see if you're interested. Okay, peace. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.